Hi students, in this video I'll be going through the 2013 O-Level Paper 1 question 6. Okay, so this question is a question related to partial fraction. Okay, so we are asked to express 7x plus 2 over x squared plus 4 times x minus 2 in partial fractions. Alright, so for partial fractions, first thing we need to ask ourselves is this a proper or improper partial fraction? Okay, so for this question, since the degree of the numerator is smaller than the degree of the denominator, then it's a proper partial fraction, so we do not need to do long division first. Alright, so the next thing is you need to ask yourself what form to break this up to. And in order to answer this question, we need to identify what factors we have in the denominator. So over here, we can see that we actually have a quadratic factor. Okay, so this is a quadratic factor. Okay, then over here we have a linear factor. Okay, so and this quadratic factor x squared plus 4 cannot be factorized into two linear factors. Okay, so that means that's why it's a quadratic factor. Because if it can be factorized, then it will become two linear factors. All right. Okay, so once we know this, then we will know what form to break it up to already. Okay, so the first thing is we are going to let 7x plus 2 over x squared plus 4 times x minus 2. Okay, we are going to let it be. Okay, so the first factor will be the quadratic factor. So if this is a power 2, degree 2, right? Okay, on top, it must be a degree 1. Okay, so that's why it's ax plus b. Okay, so the term on top has to be degree 1. The term on top always has a degree that's 1 smaller than the term below. Okay, except for the case where it's a repeated linear factor, right? Okay, then the next one will be c over x minus 2. So once again, since it's a linear factor, it's degree 1 at the denominator, so the numerator will be degree 0. Okay, so once we have this, then we can go on and try to find a, b, and c. Okay, so we can do so easily by multiplying throughout by the denominator. Okay, so that we can get rid of all the denominators at once. Okay, so this multiplication will take place for this whole thing. Okay, so if 7x plus 2 over x squared plus 4 times x minus 2, you multiply by this. Okay, x squared plus 4 times x minus 2. Okay, on the left side of the equation, we'll just be left with 7x plus 2. Okay, then for this one, the one with the quadratic factor in the denominator, okay, the x squared plus 4 will cancel off. So you will just be left with ax plus b times x minus 2. All right. Okay, then for the third one, the c, okay, the x minus 2 will cancel off. So you are left with c times x squared plus 4. Right. Okay, so now we need to find a, b, and c. So we need to ask ourselves whether what method can we use to find a, b, and c. Okay, so essentially there are two methods. One is to let x be certain values, okay, to find a, b, and c, and the other one would be to equate coefficients. Okay, so over here we can actually, let's say I want to find c straight away, we can do so quite easily because if we let x be 2, okay, let x equals to 2, then we will have 2 minus 2. So the thing in the bracket here becomes 0. 0 times ax plus b. Then both a and b will be gone from the equation. Then we will only have c as an unknown, and then we can find c, right? Okay, so that's basically what we are going to do. We are going to let x equals to 2. Okay, so this applies on the left side also. Okay, so this whole thing will become 0 already. If x is 2, it doesn't matter what happens inside this bracket. Because once you have 2 minus 2, it becomes 0. Okay, then this whole term becomes 0. Okay, so over here you have plus 4. Okay, so on the left side, you have 14 plus 2, you have 16. This whole term is 0. So over here, we will have 8c. Okay, then we can calculate c to be 2. Okay, so we have found c already. Okay, so to find a and b, we will then equate coefficients. Okay, So two methods, you need to select the easier of the two methods. So equating coefficient of, let's do x squared first. Okay, so you may think that on the left side there's no x squared term. Okay, if there's no x squared term, it means that the coefficient of x squared is 0. So you can still equate coefficients of x squared. Okay, so we're going to equate coefficient of x squared to find the value of a. Okay, so on the left side, coefficient of x squared is 0. Okay, on the right side, let's do term by term and see which terms will give us x squared. Okay, so over here, we can see we have ax times x. So we have ax squared. Okay, so a is one coefficient of x squared. Okay, let's search if we can have any other. So no more others from this side. Right, then let's focus our attention on this side. Then it becomes evident that it's a cx squared. Okay, so plus c as the coefficient of x squared. Okay. Okay, so from here we will get a plus c equals to 0. Okay, but we already know c is 2 from earlier on. So this means that a will be equals to -2. Right? So you just need to define b now. Okay, so for b, we will equate coefficient of x to the power 0. Okay, maybe will be easier. Okay, so let's do that. So equating coefficient of x power 0. Okay, x power 0 is also the constant term. Okay, constant term. Okay, so equating the constant term. Okay, so the constant term or x to the power 0 term will be this 2 over here on the left side. Okay, then let's go and see one by one. Which one will give us constant term? Okay, which will be this one. Okay, so it's minus 2b. So minus 2b. Okay, then over here, don't forget, there's also another constant term which is c times 4. So plus 4c. Right? So let's substitute c to be 2 from earlier on. Okay, so substitute c to be 2. Okay, so 2 equals to minus 2b plus 8. If we bring the 8 over, so minus 6 equals to minus 2b. So b will be equals to 3. Okay, so we have already found a, b, and c. So then we can just rewrite the whole thing as a partial fraction, right? So let's do that. Okay, so therefore 7x plus 2 over x squared plus 4 x minus 2 will be equals to, okay, so now this a is minus 2 and b is 3, right? Okay, b is 3. So instead of writing minus 2x plus 3, I will write as 3 minus 2x. Okay, okay, so that's how you get your 3 minus 2x over x squared plus 4. Okay, then c is 2. Okay, so c is 2, so it will be just 2 over x minus 2. Right, so this is the solution for this particular question.